Hey guys, welcome to channel. So in this video we are going to learn about the difference between instance block and static block. In previous video we have made the detailed video on these topics, in both the topics, in instance block and in static block as well. So you can go and check that videos. So in this video we are going to learn about the difference between instance block and static block. So let's start. In instance block, it is a block of code inside a class not associated with any method or constructor. Okay. And in static block, it is a block of code inside a class marked with the static keyword. So basically, instance block is present inside a class. Okay. And it is not associated with any constructor or method. Okay. And static block is marked with the static keyword. So we can easily identify, but in instance block, there is no specified keyword. Okay. So there is simply curly braces. The next point is executed every time an instance of a class is created. Okay. And in static block, execute once when the class is loaded in the memory. So as an object is created for the class, the instance block executes every time. Okay. And the static block execute once only. Okay. At the time of loading the .class file into the memory. Okay. Next point, used to initialize instance variable or perform action during the object creation. And in static block, used to initialize static variables or perform one-time setup for the class. Instance block, as we have discussed in the instance block video, it is used to initialize the instance variable. Okay. And also during the object creation, it used to perform some tasks. Okay. Or actions. And in static block is also used to create the static variables. Okay. Performs the tasks only one time. Another difference is also there in this point. That is, instance block can access static variables as well as non-static variables. Okay. But the static block can be accessed only static variable. So next point is depends on the object creation. Okay. Independent of the object creation. For executing the instance block, we used to create the object for the class. Okay. And in the static block, we are not required to create the object for the class. Instance block deals with the object and the static block deals with the class. Okay, so that's why it is independent and this instance block is dependent. Okay, next point is no specific keyword. Okay, just an enclosed in curly braces marked with the static keyword. Okay, so example static curly brace. Instance block does not have any specific keyword. Okay, it is just an curly braces. If the code is written in simply in the curly braces, then we can say that the it is an instance block. But if we use the static and then we use the curly braces and we can write the logic inside that block, then that block is called as the static block. Okay, static keyword is used to create the static block and instance block does not have any keyword. In static block, can access both instance and static members. Static block can only access the static member. So as we have discussed earlier that static block can access non-static variables as well as static variables. But the static block can access only the static variables only. So next point is in the instance block executed after the static block and before the constructor. Okay. And in static block executed first when the class is loaded before any instance blocks or constructor. Instance block executes after the static block, okay, and before the constructor. Static block executed before the instance block and before the constructor, okay. First the static block will be executed, then the instance block will be executed, then the constructors will be executed. Okay, so this is the flow of execution. So this is the example. Okay, these are the simply curly braces, and here we have written, so simply we have printed the statement that instance block, and this is the example for the static block. So here you can see in instance block there is no such specific keyword is used to create the instance block. Simply you can see that there are curly braces, okay. And in static block you can see a specific keyword is used here, static, to create the static block. So hope you have understand the difference between instance block and the static block. So thank you for watching this video.